All right, good evening. I now call the October 7th, 2025 regular meeting of the City Council to order. We have our invocation is going to be given by B.J. Donahue of Erlanger Baptist.
Well, good evening, everyone. I want to read a passage from 1 Corinthians, and I share it as I reflect on all the duties that you have. In chapter 9, it says this: "For though I am free from all men, I have made myself a slave to all, so that I may win more. To the Jews I became as a Jew, so as I might win the Jews. To those under the law, as under the law, though not being myself under the law, so that I might win those who are under the law. To those who are without the law, as without the law, though not being without the law of God, but under the law of Christ, so that I might win those who are without the law. To the weak I became weak, that I might win the weak. I become all things to all men, so that I may by all means save some. I do all things for the sake of the gospel, so that I may become a fellow partaker of it. Do you not know that those who run in a race all run, but only one receives the prize? Run in such a way that you may win. Everyone who competes in the games exercises self-control in all things. They then do it for a wreath that is perishable, but we for an imperishable. Therefore I run in such a way, not as without aim. I box in such a way that I box not as beating the air, but I discipline my body. I make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified." I share that because focus matters, and it is so easy in life for us to be so distracted. And you guys, many serve in a kind of a voluntary, I mean, you're paid, but you're not, this isn't your primary thing. There's other things that you do. There's other capacities in which you function. And yet, as you come together for things like this, there's a level of intensity and focus that has to be had so you can actually move the barometer where it needs to be moved. And there's an intensity that we're called to in the way that we serve, in the way that we love. As a pastor, there's a lot of things at a church that can be very distracting to me, right? It takes me away from the mission that I have in that church and in this community. And it's the same way with every one of us. There are so many things that can be the distractions. And so the challenge that I just wanted to give you guys again tonight as you meet to do the things that you will do. Run in such a way as to win the prize. Do this job well. At the end of the day, be able to put your head on the pillow saying, I've served my community in the capacity that they called me, and you've honored that commitment. And so it does take a level of determination and focus and sacrifice. But there is a prize that you have sought in this, and that is to see this community be the best community in northern Kentucky and to be the best community in the state. And so you guys are called and tasked with a great privilege. And I want to challenge you, do it well. So let me pray for you as you begin. Father, I just lift up this evening as business is conducted. Some may feel very menial. Others may have significant weight. But Father, for each person who serves this city in the capacities that they have been voted in and received to represent this community, would you help them to do it well? Would you help them to run the race well? Lord, we're far from elections, though there's all kinds of things going on. But this is right now the daily grind of just being in the trenches, serving faithfully. Would you help them to do that well in such a way that they are able to say, I've run the race. I've not just been aimless. I've not just bided my time, but I've come and I've accomplished the things that I feel that I'm called to do. Would you help them to do that tonight, even in this meeting? In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you very much. All right, please rise for the pledge. Mrs. Hoffman, if you can please take roll.
Mr. Cahill,
Present.
Mr. Farmer, Ms. Fields, Mr. Hermes,
Here.
Ms. Jasper Lucas,
Here.
Ms. Nicely,
Present.
Ms. Reckers,
Here.
Ms. Skidmore, Ms. Wilson.
Here.
All right, thank you. All right, you've received a copy of the minutes for the September 2nd, 2025 regular council meeting. Are there any additions or corrections to be made at this time? Okay, seeing none, I'll entertain a motion that we adopt as presented. Ms. Reckers, Ms. Nicely, any discussion? All in favor say aye. Opposed? All right, motion carried. You've also received a copy of tonight's agenda. Are there any additions to be made at this time? Okay, seeing none, I'll entertain a motion that we adopt as presented. Ms. Wilson, Mr. Hermes, any discussion? All in favor say aye. Opposed? All right, motion carried. Our first special presentation is our business spotlight, and I'm going to turn the mic over to Mark Collier.
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight, I'd like to introduce Sarah Mingus. Sarah is the General Manager of Pet Suites Erlanger, and as I tee up the video, Sarah, if you just want to press that button and introduce yourselves to Mayor and Council and to everybody here.
Hi, everybody. So I'm Sarah. Yeah, I'm the general manager at Pet Suites. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm sure you guys have passed our signs plenty of times on 75, but we're right there on Holly Lane. We're celebrating our 25th year, so this is really exciting. So I've been with the company for over 7 years now, and I love what I do. And a lot of it is because of the city of Erlanger. So thank you for inviting me here. I'm not from Northern Kentucky. A lot of people ask me why I drive over an hour every day to work with traffic and the bridge construction and all that fun stuff. But I really do it because I love the city. I love my customers, my clients, and of course the dogs. So again, thank you for having us. If you have any questions, just come see us. We're there Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. and on the weekends, 7 to 5 Saturdays and 12 to 5 on Sundays. Thank you.
Sarah, before you leave, Council, do you guys have any questions or anything before we start the video? Awesome. Thanks so much. Enjoy.
I fell in love with Pet Suites, so here I am. I actually started in this industry when I was in the 5th grade. I would walk neighborhood dogs for 25 cents. And I worked in a kennel all of high school and college. Went off and got my degree, which was in marketing and PR. Did that for a couple years, and I realized, I don't really love that. Go back to what I'm most passionate about. We are your one-stop shop for all your dogs and cats. We offer boarding, daycare, grooming, and training. This is really important work, so all of our staff here think that your animals are our own. You are not just a customer here, you are family. I'm the general manager here. So I started 7 years ago as our resort manager, handling, our kennel operations, and grown to more of a business partner, overseeing all operations here at Pet Suites Erlanger. And when I started, we had 14 stores, and now we have over 90 across the country. We are celebrating our 25th year this year. So we opened in 2000, and this month is our anniversary. We love it here in Erlanger. Again, it's our 25th year. We love being close to the airport. We get to see all types of people, even coming in just to visit the city for a day or two, and they bring their dogs here. So we love being a part of this small knit, but close to a big city feel. I do this every day for my employees and also for the pets. Choosing us is like choosing another family. So when you bring a pet here, they'll become our family as well.
just want to double click on a couple of things that she said that I loved. First, you mentioned Erlanger a bunch, so thank you for that. I love that. But for everybody here and watching, I think our true differentiator in the city is our location and access to the freeways, the environment that council and mayor has established for our business community is a true differentiator. So thank you for emphasizing that. That was great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Mark. All right. Our next special presentation is our Arbor Day proclamation. Every year we do an Arbor Day proclamation in the month of October in order to prepare for Arbor Day celebration in conjunction with our designation as a Tree City USA, which is a national designation that we achieved quite a few years ago. 2022. So every single year, Public Works is putting in this application. So it's something that you have to have continuously on your mind and planting a lot of trees and doing a lot of mulching. So a lot of the stuff that we already do, but we put a really big emphasis on it since 2022. So. To all to whom these presents shall come. In 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed a special day for planting trees. Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. Trees can reduce the erosion of topsoil, lower our heating and cooling costs, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. Trees are a renewable resource, giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and other wood products. Trees increase property value, enhance economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. The City of Erlanger encourages all residents and business owners to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands by planting and caring for trees in celebration of Arbor Day. Through the dedication of our Public Works, the City Beautification Task Force, and Urban Forest Commission, the City of Erlanger was awarded the designation of Tree City USA since 2022. The City of Erlanger continues to honor Arbor Day by using trees as a part of the beautification process throughout the city. Now, therefore, I, Jessica Fetty, Mayor of the City of Erlanger, Kenton County, Kentucky, do hereby proclaim October 11th, 2025 to be Arbor Day in Erlanger and do commend this observance to all of our citizens, given under my hand and the seal of the City of Erlanger on this day, October 7th, 2025. And Sherry, help me remember, our Arbor Day celebration is on Saturday at the Depot Park at 9 a.m.?
10 o'clock to 1 o'clock.
Okay.
I'll have some more details in the city administrator report.
Okay. I'm giving it all away.
That's okay.
All right. Very good. All right. Next on the agenda is public comment. So we have two individuals on our sign-in sheet. So Nick Eads, if you'd like to take the podium, there's a green button. If you just press that, the red, there you go.
Got it.
Perfect.
So good evening. Like you said, my name is Nick Eads, and I'm a 40-plus year resident of the city of Erlanger and a proud graduate of Lloyd Memorial High School. Go Jugs. Actually graduated the year Pet Suites opened, and I'll let you all do the math there. While my high school days are long gone, one of my favorite memories to this day was our annual homecoming parade. Fast forward to 2024, our twins were about to be freshmen at Dixie Heights High School, which is exciting, but we realized they don't have a homecoming parade. So my wife and I love a challenge, and we got to work starting the planning process. And we got a lot of "you're crazy" responses from folks, but at the conclusion of last year's parade, those responses turned to, how can we help next year? Last week, on October 1st, our communities came together again for the 2025 Dixie Heights High School Homecoming Parade and Kindness Festival. Over 500 people marched from Forest Lawn to Dixie Heights High School, while hundreds more from our communities lined Dixie Highway. The parade ended at the school's free Kindness Festival. It's mind-blowing that there were over 2,000 attendees at the Kindness Festival this year. This would not have been possible without the help of Erlanger Police Department. wherever they are, Chief Rader, Lieutenant Atchley, Lieutenant Scroggins, and all the officers who helped along the way, thank you. Truly best in class. I'll repeat that because I hit the button. Your dedication to our community does not go unnoticed, and that is one of the reasons I'm so proud to be a resident of Erlanger. Thank you again, and we're looking forward to next year.
Thank you, Nick. Well done. All right, next on the list is Chris Herman.
Hello, I'd like to, before I begin, start by saying thank you for allowing this time for us to speak. Congratulations to Mr. Collier on his new job, and apologize for the disheveled nature that I am in. I just ran over from a 4-hour band practice today. So I stand here today as a representative of the Lloyd Memorial High School Enviro Conservation Team, also known as our Energy Team. I represent us as our longest-serving member, and we are embarking on a project this year to install a water bottle filling station at the middle school. This would cost $500, and so to raise the money for this, we are collecting 50,000 aluminum cans to give to this company that's going to give us basically a cent per can to raise the $500 so they can have this renewable station. I come here to ask if we have the permission to leave a cardboard box, actually no, I think it's a plastic box, my apologies, a plastic box in the lobby or wherever you guys want it to be. One of us, me, will come up, collect it every Wednesday morning. We'll bring all the cans back to Lloyd. None of you would even have to look at it. My apologies. All we ask is for us to have a box here for people in the community to drop off aluminum cans that would obviously be cleaned and whatnot, so we can collect them and raise enough money to achieve this goal and to, I'm saying a lot, I'm so sorry, to give some emphasis to the point I'm trying to make. I did a little bit of research. In 2023, only 43% of aluminum cans produced in the United States were recycled, down from 52% when we started tracking in the 1990s. That goes to about 61 billion cans of aluminum that were not recycled in 2023, which also estimates to about $1.2 billion of revenue lost. While I know 50,000 cans or a can out there doesn't sound like a lot, every bit helps, not only for us, for the project that we want to do, but also helps the environment and the economy, because also making new cans costs a lot of energy. If we recycled every single aluminum can produced in the United States, we'd have enough power left over to power 2 million homes for an entire year. And all this comes from the Environmental Protection Agency, the Aluminum Association, and the Can Manufacturers Institute. To wrap up my thoughts, all we ask is for a box out there, just reiterating that I will pick up every Wednesday morning. None of you would have to have anything to do with it. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions right now, I'd be happy to answer. And if you have any questions after the meeting, I'd also be happy to answer. Thank you.
Chris, I think we can make that happen.
Okay.
Yeah, just bring it over whenever you want to.
Okay, I can bring it over tomorrow if you want.
Perfect.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Chris, you can just coordinate with me and we'll figure it out. Thanks, Tom.
Okay, all right. That concludes public comment. We'll move on to the mayor's report. I just want to tell everybody thank you. A lot of us here attended summer send-off. The results are coming in, and from the information we're receiving, it was the highest attended event that we've had. We had over 6,000 individuals participate in the summer send-off, from the 5K all the way through to the 3 different bands. So it was a very successful day. It's probably my favorite day of the year, where we get to have all the community come together, all of our staff come together, and just to have a good time, listen to music, eat good food, and drink good drinks, and just be merry. So thank you for everybody that came, especially to our sponsors. Arling House is our title sponsor. They've been our title sponsor since the very beginning. Silver Lake Recreation stepped up to the plate this year, extraordinarily, and they took over the 5K, and then they also did the fireworks display, which apparently, from what we're understanding, the fireworks display has gone up significantly in cost, and they did not blink an eye. They just absorbed those costs, and it was still as great of a show as it ever has been. So very appreciative of them. Fabled Brew Works was selling A Walk in the Woods, which is the beer that they have brewed specifically for the support of Eons. So a portion of every beer, A Walk in the Woods, that is drank goes back to support our park, which is pretty special. And then this year they, knocked the ball out of the park and did a gluten-free version for us celiacs. So that was pretty incredible. So all of our sponsors are so appreciated, and we're very much looking forward to next year. All right, Mr. Collier, City Administrator's report.
Thank you, Mayor. A few items to update council on. Number one, we had a KCPC application in front of that commission. Last week, Jack attended on our behalf. What I'd like to do is place that topic on the next caucus meeting for further discussion. There's no legislation tonight related to that. So just as a quick preview, that did pass unanimously. That did have a sister map amendment that we were not the applicant to. That also passed unanimously. I will provide some information to you all in advance of the caucus meeting on the 21st, just to tie that up for everybody. Also I believe that was last week, maybe 2 weeks ago now, at the Northern Kentucky Chamber Annual Dinner. That was last week, okay. I was on vacation for a couple of days, so apologies for vacation brain. That was announced at the chamber dinner that the Erlanger Business Council, which is a chamber-affiliated council, is being established and announced at that meeting. The inaugural meeting is going to be October 14th. That is next week. It is at receptions from 11:15 to 1 o'clock. That will vary in time if you're not able to get there. Council, mayor, business owners, if you're watching, that will vary in time if that time is not convenient for you. We already have, by the reciprocity agreement with the chamber, over 100 members. So if you're already a chamber member, you're already an Erlanger Business Council member. So I think this is going to be a great thing. Arbor Day, as Mayor previewed, is this Saturday at the Depot Museum from 10 to 1 o'clock. Public Works will be providing lunch, as Tom mentioned. We are going to be planting 17 trees there in celebration of Arbor Day. So that is a great thing that we're doing. The Public Works team is also going to provide demos to anybody that wants to come to show you how to properly plant a tree. I do not know how to do that well, so I will go and listen to the experts there. Also, there's going to be 30 giveaways provided to the city by local businesses, some really great stuff. So we would love for anybody watching council to attend and enjoy the day. Just to also reiterate reiterate to Mayor Fetty's point about summer send-off, very, very happy with how that turned out. The community, I think, was as well. Special thanks to Public Works, police, fire. Those are very long days for our staff, and I think they absolutely crushed it. So thank you for that. And then, if now is okay, Mayor, I'd like to introduce Lauren Gross. Lauren, if you want to take the podium. Lauren Gross is our newest hire in general government. She is the first and community engagement coordinator. So Lauren, if you would give council a little bit of an intro to who you are, where you're from, and what you've been working on, that would be great.
Hi, all. My name is Lauren Gross. Like Mark said, I'm the new Community Engagement Coordinator. A little bit of background about me. I'm from Indianapolis, so I moved here about 3 years ago. My background is in sports, so I spent the first part of my career with the Indianapolis Colts, the Indy Fuel, which is the hockey team there, and then USA Football. And then I moved here. I worked for FC Cincinnati for about 3 years doing marketing and community relations. I took all that passion that I have for the community and moved it here. So my position, I will be doing all of our in-house events that we have for the city. I'm learning a ton right now from Kim Wolking, all of the knowledge that she has. I'll be able to help her with the events and then, continue those, see how we can continue to grow those and make sure that they're impactful throughout the city, along with doing our cross-departmental marketing. So general government, fire, police, public works, figuring out the best ways that we can make a cohesive brand out of all of our individual departments. So projects that I'm working on right now, summer send-off was a big one. All the media around that, earned radio, things we were doing there, and then figuring out how we can continue to enhance that for 2026. Working on the scooter PSA, we'll have an update for that in the coming weeks of what that's going to look like. I know that's a project that you all are passionate about, so making sure that that's the best before it's presented to you. And then just working on our brand guidelines, so how can we be cohesive across all of our platforms. But love to connect with anyone after the meeting for any questions that you all have and how I can make the council better, how we can make the city of Erlanger better. Thank you.
Lauren, just before you go, I just want to also emphasize she's absolutely hit the ground running, cultural fit. Everybody loves her already. So I just want to say publicly, you're doing a great job, and we're very happy to have you here in the city. Mayor, council, if you guys have any questions for Lauren, she's going to stay. She doesn't have quite as long of a journey as Sarah does, but she's north of the border as well. Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren. Great.
I think this Saturday is also the shred day, correct, at Public Works at 9 a.m., so that'll start right before us. I just didn't know if you were going to announce that as well.
I wasn't, but thank you for that, Councilwoman Nicely. Yes, I will send out, and that will be on all of our social platforms as well. It's been on there a couple times, but I'll send a reminder, so thank you on that.
All right. Jack, City Attorney.
Yeah, just a couple of things. First, in legislation, we have some kind of housekeeping issues. We've got the appointment of Mike Lemming as Chief of Police, and we've got some surplusing and then a couple of resolutions related to the small business grant. And frankly, the reason they're up in front of you all as resolutions is because of the potential conflict of interest, and we just have to get those in front of council. Secondly, kind of one of the behind-the-scenes thing that we do as city attorney is involved in all the foreclosures. Right now, the cities of Erlanger is a part of 31 foreclosures in Erlanger, which is a big number. 31 is one of the largest numbers I've seen in a while. Now, those are not all city-initiated foreclosures. Those are also ones that have been initiated by banks or tax bill companies that we are a party in. But we have a new system that was implemented, I'm going to say about a year or so ago, where we have regular meetings with code enforcement, with folks in general government, where we're just kind of going over the delinquencies, we're going over the different code enforcement issues, and we're kind of all being on the same page. That meeting's tomorrow. So it's just sort of a function that we are involved in. And the goal with all of the foreclosures is not to actually take people's homes away, but sometimes it is a tool needed for code enforcement. It's that next step, right? But I think it's just, for what it's worth, 31 is one of the largest numbers I've seen in a while in Erlanger, and I think it's a sign of, I've seen it in all cities, it's not just Erlanger. Like, our foreclosure volume as an office has like tripled in the last 6 to 12 months. I think it's just state of where we're at. So that's all I have, Mayor.
I just have a quick question about that. With the government shutdown, how does that affect people whose incomes might be affected by the government shutdown, and then if they were being foreclosed on? Does it just stop, or does that not stop?
It's a good question.
I wouldn't want to foreclose on somebody because they couldn't afford their house payment because, or not that we're foreclosing on them for that, but if they can't pay their fine because they weren't getting paid by the government,
there's no relief in state court at this time, but like the federal courts where bankruptcies are, and those are 31 in state court. Those aren't the roughly 5 to 10 we have right now in bankruptcy court. Federal courts are shut down. But there's really no relief necessarily in state court. But I will tell you that it takes a lot of effort to get to the finish line on a foreclosure, and a lot of time. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, however long it's going to be that the government is shut down, I don't practically think is going to impact the process. But realize, and I want to be clear on this, like, we in Erlanger are not wanting to remove people from homes. In fact, I'm going to say of the ones where we are the plaintiff, where we are initiating, over half are commercial properties, where we're just trying to get people compliant that are just, serial violators, right? So like the list we'll go through tomorrow, it'll be 2 pages, a spreadsheet that Jen will give us that'll have 200 people on it that basically owe Erlanger money in one shape or the other. And we're focusing on like 5 or 10. And some of those people on that list we know have issues, right? We know that they're either in assisted living or they have financial issues. And that's, I think, a part of kind of the teamwork approach we take. And frankly, Jen is amazing at knowing the ins and outs of all these people. And I don't think any of us are sitting there saying, oh, okay, well, Granny's now in assisted living. She hasn't paid her taxes in 5 years. We now want her home, right? Like, I really think that we're extremely generous with giving people every possible chance. But there's really no state law right now which halts the process for people who have lost or have a short-term loss in their jobs.
I appreciate that. I was asking mostly for the benefit of the people listening to the meeting, because I think we understand some of those things that happen behind the scenes, but I don't, when somebody hears 31 properties, I don't want somebody to be like, oh my gosh, Erlanger's taking people's houses. That is not.
No, it's not a moneymaker for the city. I'm going to tell you, in the fees that are paid out to various entities, including code enforcement, this is not a money-making venture for us. This is just, at the end of the day, if you have a property where they, let's say, haven't cut the grass or painted their house in 3 years, we got to do something to motivate you, right? Something. So.
Yeah. And another individual that sits in those meetings is Mary Ann, our police social services coordinator. So she is very involved with Jen and the Public Works team, and working with PDS, who runs our code enforcement, and understanding the stories and the journeys of these individuals and what has brought these to be on this list. Trying to offer as many resources as possible. It's amazing how well they know the stories of each individual. So. All right. Mr. Collier, you have capital projects?
Yes, Mayor. A few projects to update on. First, regular blacktop will be starting on Deer Chase Drive, Thorntree Drive, and Sky Drive within the next couple of weeks, weather permitting. They do have a completion date established for them by November the 30th of this year. We continue to work on the Narrows Road and new sidewalks. We're still in the design phase with the city engineer on that. VOX will provide some information to Jack regarding easements, and he will review those in advance of anything that needs to be done there. Let's see, Locust Street also in the design phase. SD1 project on Misty Creek. This is not ours, but just as an update for everybody's benefit. Humphrey Construction was awarded that job by SD1, started this Monday. They are replacing the sections of the street and sidewalks that were affected by the SD1 storm sewer project. Eon's Park Dog Park, Jefferson Contracting will be starting on those parking lots, sidewalk, and intersections on tomorrow, actually. So we were just down there today a little bit looking at some things that are happening in and around the dog park. Very, very exciting. Also very, very muddy right now, but those things are moving forward. And that is it on capital projects. We do have one bid, but I'll get to that in a minute.
And actually, Mayor, I have one other thing that I report that both Mr. Collier and I forgot to report.
Oh, thank you, Jack.
We do have one other item on the agenda for the caucus meeting in 2 weeks, which is a business that's locating or wanting to locate that we're going to have to do a zone change on. They do not want to be publicly named yet. They want to do that unveiling at the caucus meeting. So I don't want to steal their thunder. So we will have a business that's putting on a presentation at the caucus meeting that will be seeking a zone change.
Thank you, Mr. Gatlin. That is it on capital projects, Mayor.
All right. Any reports from task forces? Look at that. Yes.
I just wanted to remind everyone, in 2 weeks on the 21st, the Beautification Task Force will be meeting here at 5 p.m. in the small council chambers. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Bids. Mr. Collier.
Okay. Yeah, we were just discussing, we also have a small business task force scheduled on that day as well. So we'll coordinate and get schedules aligned on that.
We can.
Okay. Okay, one bid. There was a bid opening in September on the 18th. We opened bids for fencing on Sycamore Tree Lane for Eon's Park. 3 bids were received. LeGrand Fence Company was the low bid by quite a bit at $26,502. It was awarded to them, and they will begin work on that very shortly.
Cool, thank you. All right, does anybody have any unfinished business? Any new business?
Thank you, Mayor. I would like to announce and invite all to come out to the Holy Trunk or Treat and food distribution, which is going to be held at First Baptist Church of Ellesmere, 1007 Garvey Avenue, Ellesmere, Kentucky, on Saturday, October the 25th, 2025, between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Trunk or treat food giveaways, music, and more, all is free. Sign up on Facebook to join us and decorate your vehicle, or contact Deacon Larry Orn, Deaconess Serena Orn, or Deaconess Renee Wilson to volunteer. Thanks and God bless. Hope to see you there.
Thank you. All right. All right, legislation. Jack.
First, we have a municipal order of the City of Erlanger in Kenton County, Kentucky, approving the mayor's appointment of Mike Lemming as Chief of Police pursuant to KRS 83A0803, effective October 7th, 2025. As you all know, former Police Chief Kyle Rader was promoted to Director of Public Safety, creating a vacancy. Mike has been the long assistant for Kyle and is the mayor's recommendation to be the police chief.
Okay, do I entertain a motion that we adopt this municipal order as read? Mr. Hermes, Mr. Farmer, any discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carried. Congratulations, Chief Lemming, if you're watching.
Yeah, who did not want any formalities tonight.
No, no celebration.
Next, we have a municipal order of the City of Erlanger in Kenton County, Kentucky, making the written determinations required by KRS 82083 for the sale or other disposition of property owned by the city. You can see attached is the spreadsheet, which shows a 2009 Chevy Tahoe, which was used by the general government staff vehicle, and it is being sold by electronic auction due to age and condition. Do what?
On JJ King.
Oh, sorry.
All right, do I entertain a motion that we adopt this municipal order as read? Ms. Nicely, Ms. Wilson, any discussion? All right, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carried.
Yeah, next we have a couple resolutions that I think involve Mr. Hermes. We can ask Mr. Hermes to leave the building. Yeah, the mayor can stick around for the first one, but not the second one. All right, we have a resolution of the City of Erlanger, which is providing a grant under the small business grant of 4506 Dixie LLC. This is ran through the normal process of Mark Collier, who has made a recommendation to approve this grant. It meets all of the different requirements that we had. Kind of in an abundance of caution, 4506 Dixie LLC is owned by Eric Hermes, Tyson Hermes' brother. This is a $10,000 matching grant, so we wanted to bring this up in front of council under our ethics ordinance to disclose the potential conflict of interest as a council member's brother would be receiving the grant, and then seek approval from council. Do you have anything you want to add, Mark?
No, just the improvements far exceed the 10,000, so the improvements are to the total of $75,845, and that is for roof, parking lot repair, exterior lighting. Just for reference, this is the same little development where All Star Performance is. That's all the additional information that I need to add.
All right, do I entertain a motion that we adopt this resolution as read? Mr. Farmer, Ms. Wilson, any discussion? All in favor say aye. Opposed? All right, motion carried.
No, we can kick the mayor out and do some real work, right? All right, next we have a resolution of the City of Erlanger, and this is also a small business grant that goes to Lillian Rentals LLC. This is kind of a double conflict for the city, that Lillian Rentals LLC is owned by Tyson Hermes, and then Jessica Fetty operates a business as the tenant there at Lillian Rentals. Again, it's gone through the normal process of Mr. Collier, through the normal channel. We have to disclose this because of the conflict of interest, and this is also a $10,000 grant. If you want to provide any more information, Mark.
Yeah, just similar to that end, the total project that was done at Lillian Rentals was in the total of $35,900, and that was for demolition and new siding, faux stone that is being added, and a new facade, as well as new doors and windows. So $35,900, $10,000 would be the request on reimbursement. Yes, Ms. Nicely.
I have a question that might be addressed to Jack. They did meet all the elements, and that's fine. I just think for the city of Erlanger, Jack, can you or Sherry or Mark sign that instead of the mayor signing a document that she's involved with?
No, I think that's
later
good.
down the road.
I think Sherry probably should sign it. I think that's a good call. Yep. Well, she's attesting it, so I have no problem signing it on behalf of the city. Yeah. Or Mark. Probably should be Mark, honestly, CAO.
I think the last time was CAO.
Yeah, we'll have Mark sign it.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Jack, do you want to call the question?
Yeah. Do we have a motion on the floor related to this? Motion by Ms. Nicely to approve? Do we have a second? Second by Mr. Farmer. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carries. We're in the meeting without anyone coming back in, or should we invite them back in?
If you want to make sure before you leave to sign
All right, that concludes legislation. Are there any announcements? I don't. All right, no announcements? I think Mark had plenty tonight. We got a lot going on here. No, it's great. It's awesome. If you guys missed any announcements or want to know anything else that's going on, I know that the property tax bill just went out with the newsletter and it has all kinds of information in it. And then we also keep our website updated and then all of our social media platforms. So, yeah, so if you are missing out on things, kind of hard to miss out on things, actually. All right, do I entertain a motion that we adjourn? Mr. Hermes, Ms. Nicely. Any discussion? All right, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carried. Have a good evening.